Tibetan monks disrupted the first official government tour for foreign journalists in the Tibetan capital, Lhasa. Since the violent riots broke out there 2 weeks ago, journalists have been barred from entering the region. And as all of this unfolded today, the Dalai Lama stated he's ready for talks with China.
Almost 30 monks shouted pro-Tibetan slogans and defended the Dalai Lama as foreign journalists toured the Jokhang Temple, one of Tibet's holiest shrines, accompanied by Chinese officials. This is the first time China allowed journalists into Tibet since violent protests broke out in Lhasa 2 weeks ago. Meanwhile, the Dalai Lama said he was in touch with friends about pursuing a dialogue with China over the unrest in Tibet.
I think one word I want to express. I think this is time Chinese government or concerned, I think the officials, I think must accept the reality. I think that's important. Now, in any case, we are 21st century. Because the pretending or lies cannot work.
China has accused the Dalai Lama of being behind the protests, but the U.S. has urged Beijing to begin dialogue with Tibet's exiled spiritual leader. However, despite threats from rights groups for an Olympic boycott, the White House has made it clear that President Bush will still attend the opening ceremony of the Beijing Games. Britain has also said it will not boycott the opening ceremony for the Summer Olympics, while French President Nicolas Sarkozy is the first world leader to suggest that he might boycott the Beijing Games over China's crackdown in Tibet. Meanwhile, in Nepal, police arrested a group of Tibetan protesters in front of the Chinese embassy's visa office in Kathmandu as they demonstrated against the Lhasa protests. Police did not immediately comment on the arrests, but they usually detain and release protesters on the same day without charging them. Nepal has been facing increasing criticism for the way it has been handling protests against China.